Today, we are going to answer questions concerning the film Period End of Sentence that will help you understand how men like us think about menstruation. This vlog is called Red Days. Menstruation to me is a natural event that I am familiar with because I grew up with my mom that constantly commands me to buy menstrual pads and cousins that are girls. Menstruation not only affects girls' physical health, where they discharge blood, but also affects their mood and behavior.
To me, menstruation is the way of God to clean women from their sins, as what my mother told me.
What I know about that is the girl said it's her, and for me it's like a mood swing because periods sometimes can affect their emotion, like they can easily be angry or easily be emotional like that.
Menstruation to me is kind of like a cycle where women experience vaginal bleeding. I don't really know the specific details of why women bleed during menstruation, but I do know that it's painful because I have two sisters who constantly complains about it during their period.
Hi, I'm Melson Gallo.
Hi, my name is Hipolito.
Hello, I'm Justine Irinco.
My name is Aziz Llandres,
Hi, my name is Darl Jae Loza.
I'm 17 years old.
17 years old.
currently at 18 years of age.
I'm 19 years old.
17 years old.
I think that the most significant factor as to why there's a stigma surrounding menstruation in rural India is the lack of awareness as well as knowledge of what and why menstruation actually happens. Basically see it as a bad thing because they don't understand it. Though thankfully later in the film, as the machine produced pads named Fly and later advertised people, more and more of them understood what menstruation is and how it is properly handled. It is not fully solved yet, but I believe that it is a great start.
Well, menstruation became a taboo for Indian women. They were bullied by men who didn't understand their situation, as it resulted in embarrassment to women of India. It became hard for them because it limits the activities that can be done whenever they don't have a period. The solution was the making of pads. Mr. Arunakalam Muruganatam makes a low-cost sanitary pad machine to provide pads to the low class who can't afford it.
Film that I had misunderstood females on their period or woman unacceptable behavior in view of their monthly cycles and the surprising item they used to help with their periods. Men like me need to adjust their attitude or manners on women having a menstruation period as a result of this pain, since it's uncomfortable for them and they have to spend a lot of money to buy out one pad just to help them.
The film's inclusion of segments like interviews and the point of view of their daily lives completely altered my perspective. The film changed my view when it comes to the concept of using sanitary pads. I must say that before, because of my limited knowledge, I believed that the product was exclusively used by sensitive women or women who couldn't handle their menstruation. However, as I witnessed their struggles, I conclude that sanitary pads are significantly more important. Also, the fact that the concept of marriage bars still occurs in some places such as India. Marriage bars simply means women who got married had to quit their employment as a single woman because they're no longer allowed to apply for the jobs as married people. I had assumed that This idea had been abandoned since the rise of women's rights. But Sneda, one of the women in the film, states that she continues to see this terrible behavior. From now on, because of this matter, I will always practice equality in every circumstances to ensure peace and for the sake of independency.
Resolving the conflict in the documentary helps us understand how important women are in our society. Without any means of conveying stereotyping and sexism, women are the primary caretaker of us, which is evident in our everyday life. Consequently, women's health is important as menstruation helps them to have a healthy body and good fertility. We, men of the society, also need to be aware of this to check women around us if they take care of their well-being.
The main importance of knowing the matters discussed in the film is that it gives us students awareness. It raises our knowledge of the various issues women are faced with in rural India. Being aware, we not only can help the PAD project by donating if we can, we can also spread the word to others to help the cause. In addition, the documentary film taught us how normal menstruation really is. It is a natural cycle that women experience beginning with puberty. It is not a taboo or something that women should feel embarrassed of. If anything, menstruation is something that needs to be taught to people to fight the stigma and issues surrounding it.
My viewpoint on the film that we watched is that many people still see a certain scientific phenomenon somehow a result of magic and cosmic influence, resulting in misinformation and ignorance to the topic. It is shown in the film that men, like me, but in a different region of the world, don't know anything about menstruation at all. I am aware of it because I care not only for the people within my gender and sexuality, but also for the opposite ones.
My final stand in the film is that the stigma surrounding menstruation should be stopped, and that we should spread awareness of the different issues such as the discrimination, sexism, and stereotypical problems surrounding the women in rural India, and even in other places where women are not treated properly. I also believe that the government in rural India should raise funds or help them in any way to buy sanitary pads, because it is obvious in the film how inaccessible and expensive sanitary pads seem to them. One way to help with this is to support causes such as the PAD project.